SOFI update here on the 22nd. So last week we continued the move higher, and I think that we're still on path for what I talked about in the last video. This could be a beginning diagonal right here. So we'd have 1, 2, and working on a only third wave, potential pullback, and then move up higher here. As far as it being an ABC move, it would have gone already past the 1.61 fib, so I think it's pretty likely that we're looking at a beginning diagonal. If we zoom out here on higher time frames, you can see that, label this 1, 2 right here, and then we get pretty clear 1, 2, 3, 4, and it got above here, so let's see if it is finished with the fifth wave. And looking at this on the 30-minute time frame, I would say it's likely still got a little bit more to go. I think that this is likely a fourth wave of the fifth wave. So we'll see tomorrow, but if it is, then we're looking at a move that can go all the way up to 593 to 588. So let's draw that here for now. And zooming out on the daily now, remember that the 200 is right around there. We're already above the 50 and the 20 is crossing the 50. So I think it's likely that we can hit the 200 this week if we get that extra move higher. That would likely mean that it's only a third wave too, by the way. So again, 1, 2, 3, pullback 4, potentially a fifth wave all the way up to, let's say we hit our target here at 594, and then we probably get a pullback to about 553, maybe lower than that, or maybe higher than that. So 553, and then the target would be overall for a 5-wave move 640 to 660-ish. That would be the overall target just based on all of these moves. We have earnings, I think, on the 30th. So this makes a lot of sense. Don't be surprised if this ends up being, let's say on Monday, let's say tomorrow we go to 590 and we pull back into earnings, and then we get another move higher after earnings, or this whole thing is completed going into earnings. So basically, we probably want, the best case scenario is probably the start of a fourth wave going into earnings, so we can get that final move higher, because a fifth wave can extend as long as it wants. So if we get really good earnings, then we could get a bigger move than this. This is just a Fibonacci projection, but this can extend as far as it wants because this third wave is longer than the first. So potentially it could go to 7, it could go to 8, go wherever it wants pretty much. But 640, 660 would be my target. And if it happens prior to earnings, let's say we come up here prior to earnings, then I think that earnings are probably going to be sell the news. In that case, I would be looking for a pullback all the way to 540 to 514 down here. And so let's just hope that this fourth wave ends up playing out going into earnings and we don't get all the way up here going into earnings. That's probably the best case scenario right now. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. It could still be an ABC pattern, but it would just be an extended C wave. In that case, that would just mean that this whole move right here is A, B, and we're looking for a C wave lower to a lower low. In that case, that would be if the market plays out how we've been talking about on my SPY videos, where it goes down to the low 300s. Then we're probably going to go back down in here, go to the 3s. I mean, there's no way around it. If the market crashes 20%, then we're probably going to go lower than our all-time low. So I think the number one scenario is what I laid out. We'll see if we get it finished going into earnings, or if we get it after earnings completed, or if the market sells off, this is in play. So we'll have to just see if this happens right here. This would be the final move down. If we get a 5-wave move, then I would say we bottomed here at 420. So anyway, that's just a pretty quick update. On the weekly time frame, we also have the 50 sitting here around 660. So I think it's likely that we could get all the way up here to 660 with 5 waves, which is the weekly 50 DMA, and be above every DMA on the daily time frame. So just a quick update. We'll see what happens this week. I'll do an update during the week, but leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and like and subscribe for more updates. I do market updates on SPY, pretty much a lot of different tickers, and then I do SOFI sometimes. When we get moves like this, I'll go over it because I own some shares as well. So that's it. I'll talk to you this week.